Hi there guys, welcome back. Ireland have done it, they are Grand Slam champions, well deserved.
Yeah, played well. Yeah, they've done well.
Really well. What we'll do guys is rather than go through each match and analyse it, we're just going to talk about where next for these teams now.
Yeah.
Because actually I think each match this week was a microcosm of where they're actually at and how they play. So I think that was really interesting. What I would like to say first of all guys is thank you so much for all the views and comments we've had throughout the Six Nations.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
If you did enjoy it, please do feel free to subscribe. You know, tell your friends about it. And next week what we're going to do is a kind of a final video to sum up the Six Nations, is have a bit of a Q&A.
Yeah.
So what we want you to do is actually write some short questions in the comments below. Maybe start it with like a big Q so we can tell it's a question.
Yeah.
And next week we're going to pick some of them and try and answer them. So anything to do with the home nations or anything really, just go for it. Whatever's on your mind, we'll give it a go. We haven't done it before on video, so that should be fun.
See how it goes.
Anyway, Al, let's start off then. Where next for Ireland? Let's start with the champions then. Where do they go from here?
I think you just got to, they need to look to be consistent. I think that for them, their defence is rock solid. Their attack is good enough at the moment. I think they need, for me, they need a couple more flair players in there. Just to create a bit of spark. I mean, the players they've got in there are superb, solid, do a job, and they won the Six Nations off the back of it. But I'd like to see a bit more flair coming through. Okay, I mean, consistency-wise, they've won a stack of games in a row now, yeah.
So I think they've got the consistency ticked. It's the fact that, okay, they're #2 team in the world, they've got a great chance of winning the World Cup, I think. But if they stay still, we've seen they could go backwards. So I think they've got to take a lesson from England here. England were in a great position last year, right? And we've seen what's happened to them. So what I would like, exactly right, I want to see Smith now go, okay, let's a bit more skill, a bit more flair come into the game here. I mean, will he relinquish a bit of control over the game? I don't know.
It's difficult, isn't it? I think for me, what I've liked the most about Ireland is that the seasoned pros have really stepped up a gear this championship. When they've had a few injuries to some quite key personnel, they've really stepped up. Cian Healy has gone, Jack McGrath, absolutely not. You're not having my starting shirt.
Absolutely.
And he's taken that shirt back.
Yeah, Rob Kearney's just stamped all over that 15. It's mine.
Conor Murray, Johnny Sexton, I mean, always going to be the preferred combination.
But they were outstanding.
But they were superb.
Keith Earls, another guy.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing for me, is those more experienced guys have really stepped up and gone, that's my shirt. You youngsters have got to prove yourself that you take it off me.
And the one spot that was up for grabs on the wing, Stockdale has taken that.
Oh, he's been immense, hasn't he?
Absolutely, so that's a big find.
Yeah.
I mean, against England, Ireland were always in control, I felt. Even though England scored a few tries, but there was never any point I thought England were getting back into it, or they looked like the better team. Ireland just had that game where they wanted it, and the damning thing for England, but obviously we're bigging up Ireland here, is Ireland were better in every area.
Yeah, they were.
Not just some, every.
Yeah.
And here's the thing as well, I went through player for player. Are any of the Irish players, worse than English players in this tournament? Who would I have? And I'd have every single Irish player. That's the damning thing for England. I can't think of one English player who I'd have over them.
I would have Rob Shaw in there.
Over Omani?
I think of all the England players so far this tournament, he has been a cut above everybody else. I don't know whether you guys agree with me or not.
There's an argument for that.
I think he's been superb, and he's come out of it very positively, I think.
But either way, I mean, just player for player, they were the better team, and overall they were the better team. So,
definitely.
Well done. But I would like to see now Smith go, okay, how about the offload? Because they don't offload, okay? England don't offload, but Ireland don't offload either.
And the one time they do, they score under the post.
Right.
So you think
I think they were in behind the English whilst they offloaded. I mean, I'm looking for, the best, take this for example, Wow. If I'm attacking and I'm running with the ball and you're supporting me, what sort of stuff are you saying to me?
I'm letting you know where I am.
Because?
I'd like the ball.
You like the ball, okay, exactly. And that's what rugby's about. That's the excitement, isn't it? You want me either to pass it to you before the tackle, or if I take the tackle, you want me to know that you're an option to offload to, or pop off the floor to. And then if those don't happen, then you tuck in for the ruck, right? Okay. That's not how rugby's being coached at the moment. Certainly with England and Ireland a bit as well. They're being coached to follow and ruck.
Yeah.
The offload's being coached out of them a bit. Okay, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I admire everything else about Ireland, but that's what I'd like to see. Let us know if you think you agree. I would like them to be free to offload for the supporting players, not just to tuck in and ruck, to actually say, I'm on your right if you need me, and look for the offload. If it's not on, not a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I think they need to go.
Yeah, I mean the only slight concern that's come out of this tournament for Ireland really is Johnny Sexton's goal kicking.
Okay, yeah,
that's been pretty. I mean, the rest of his game's been absolutely superb, but his goal kicking's been a real concern for Ireland, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, Conor Murray stepped up twice and he's got 100%.
But I think that's kind of a minor thing because that could come back quite quickly.
Yeah,
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. I think you're absolutely right. On the summer tour, 3 big things are 9, 10 and 15. Who are the next choice starters? Not guys off the bench, guys who could step in and start.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would rest Murray, Sexton, Carney for that tour. Would you do the same thing?
Absolutely. I'd rest more than that, I'd say. I don't think they've got much to prove, to be honest, some of these big guys. I'd rest a stack of them, maybe Rory Best.
I was going to say Rory Best.
Furlong, possibly.
Yeah.
Rest a stack of them and let's see what we've got and develop the game plan further.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Absolutely. It showed that, being able to rest players with the Irish contract system really helps.
Yeah.
So that's not anything they need to change. But yeah, can they change their game plan? Will Smith relinquish some control and let the guys just play a bit more? Okay, to take them to the next level.
Yeah, and I think a lot's been talked about the players. I think the coaching's been superb. Andy Farrell, let go from England, he's worked wonders with that Irish defence. I mean, they are looking rock solid.
And they were so clever against England because I think they knew England were going to tighten up on securing the ruck.
Yeah.
And they didn't compete that much on the floor, and they just made sure there was no space for England, and then smashed them back.
Yeah.
It was a masterclass. And in that first try, that wasn't just Sexton. I'm pretty sure thinking let's just put a bomb up for fun. That is Smith saying Watson's at fullback. He's not as experienced as Brown. Let's bomb him. Let's see what happens. And look what happened. Let's get our best high ball guy chasing it. I'm certain that was planned.
Yeah, definitely. And
it worked.
And it paid off.
Yeah, but can Smith relinquish a bit of control? The players are there. They're getting there. Can he let them off the leash a bit more?
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be so exciting if that happens.
Yeah, it would be.
Right, on to England. What next for England? Okay, good answer.
It's a little bit with England at the moment. It's getting to the stage like, where do you start?
Okay.
I mean, they do need some fresh ideas coming in.
Okay, start there.
They do need to work out who they're going to take forwards. Are they going to bring in the Zach Mercers of this world? Are they going to bring in Marcus Smith?
The Macarena guy. Marcus Smith, right?
Yeah, are they going to bring in Marcus Smith at 10?
Yeah.
Are they going to stick with George Ford and Farrell at 10, 12? Which actually, I did think England looked a lot better as a side in the last 20 with Ford, Farrell, 10, 12. Yeah,
I still think Farrell did okay at 10. It was worth looking at that midfield. It didn't work. Tio didn't step up. He's in big trouble actually because I'm just really disappointed.
I've said the same. I've said this championship I've not been convinced with Ben Tio.
Yeah. Wigglesworth as a starting 9 did not look even close to Murray. Looked slow service, looked a bit scared.
Yeah.
I really disappointed.
Kicking was no better than Danny Kerr. I've gone George Cruz is another one.
Yeah.
This championship, but that's something of nothing.
Jamie George.
And Jamie George is playing himself out of his off the bench slot.
I think what we have to...
He was immense when he came on the other week.
I think what we have to separate a bit, Al, is how much is this Lions fatigue factor playing a role?
Probably.
We're not sure. I think we judged them maybe more harshly in the autumn internationals. When these Lions get a rest, they come back, then we see. Okay, I think there is a big Lions fatigue factor there. And you look at the minutes that, say, a Sexton and Farrell have played since coming back from the Lions. Farrell's like double the minutes. I think, and they looked out on their feet. It's not an excuse, but it's a reason worth looking, into.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, Ben Tio's stock is dropped massively. I mean, he's not had a huge amount of game time, which you do feel a bit sorry for him getting thrown back into it. And maybe that's part of the coaching. The selectors' problem is that they've chucked him in with limited game time.
Yeah, because of lack of resources. But I think certainly Eddie's attack hasn't worked.
No.
You know, what I'm a bit worried about, at the beginning of the Championship, I was excited because, you know, England had got their base and now they were going to go with Eddie's new attack, his unpredictable attack.
Yeah.
But essentially, from the stuff he says, he's just expecting more power and our fitness to overcome the opposition. But are England ever going to be more powerful than France or Ireland or the All Blacks or South Africa? Not really. It's going to be close.
Yeah.
But are you going to get a point of difference where you could win a World Cup on power and fitness alone?
No.
I don't think so.
No. And I think for me, their basics have been worse than Ireland. Scotland in the game they played against. Their tackling's been worse. They've missed more tackles. Their breakdown's been worse, both going forwards and defensively. Their going forwards has been worse than. But
my point is though, even if their basics were good, I still don't think I saw anything in their attack that was useful, that was interesting, that was different, that was based on skill and again offloads and creativity. I did not see it.
No.
It was a game plan based on power and fitness, and I just don't think that's good enough.
No, and their real strength and where they rely is in the forward pack, isn't it? And I thought the forward pack were pretty average for most of the competition. I don't think they got the upper hand really over anyone.
No, absolutely. No, that's the thing. When you base your game on fitness and power, what else have you got when things aren't going your way?
Yeah.
Anyway, so on their summer tour, where they go next, I think you take Willis, you take Underhill, you take Tom Curry, you take Ben Earl, you take the lot, and you say, right, there's no decent sevens at the moment of a mature age in our league. These are the young guys. Let's have a look at them. Let's see who we've got. Because I think six-wise, Rob Shaw, I can see Armand doing a job. I can see Brad Shields coming in and doing a job. Controversial, but I can. And then I can see a youngster playing seven. I think that has to be the way to go.
Yeah.
For me.
And I'd test out a couple of your backup eights as well. I mean, Simmons has been okay.
Well, he's a youngster. He's only played
I'd like to see him come off the bench in that final 30 and really make the impact in that way. I'd like to see Zach Mercer at 8 and see how they stack up the two of them as the backup option.
Absolutely.
Behind Hughes and Vunipola.
I mean, just the last thing I'd like to put to you guys out there. Can England get more control of their players and rest them more? Could they possibly, with their financial might, persuade the Premiership clubs, who are semi-independent here really, can we pay some of your England players' wages? Can we negotiate some reduced game time for them that way? I was thinking of calling it a small dual contract. Is it possible? You guys out there, if you know more of the legal problems involved in that, let us know. Because it's something Clive Woodward, I was reading his article, said something he was desperate for that couldn't happen. You know, it's a biggie. Before, you know, we let the clubs just take complete control of these players, can they get some control back? I don't know.
And they got, like you say, they should have enough funds to be able to do that.
I think it's the legalities more than the funds. But
I think if you're a player, that's exactly what you want, isn't it? You want to be playing with the knowledge that you've got a contract, so your future is going to be a little bit more secure.
Absolutely. Okay,
who do you think? Sorry, who do you think is played their way in Eddie Jones's way? Who's played themselves out of an England shirt in these championships? Do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know. Just because everyone was off. I just don't know. I can't see a future for Haskell particularly.
Although I think he was good against Ireland. He was one of the ones that came out more positively.
Okay. Well, you asked me the question.
No, I did.
I can't see a future for Wigglesworth really.
No.
Where's Robson? Where are the youngsters? But you know, beyond that, it's a bit up in the air, to be honest. Right, let's go to Wales here. Where next for Wales?
I think they've been almost a little bit surprise package as Six Nations for me. I think I not necessarily written them off before the championship started, but I didn't see them doing as well as they have done. And right, fair play to them. The guys that have come in, especially in the back row, have really stepped up. People like Shingler, Navidi, Moriarty's been okay, but coming back from a serious injury.
Depth has been a massive plus. No doubt. They've got loads more depth now than they had at the beginning of the tournament. Huge plus. And I would say, of the attacking game plans, of the attacking shapes, I prefer Wales is the best.
Oh yeah,
I like it. They mix up direct physical play with offloads, with creativity, with an eye for the gap, not just for churning through phases.
Which is really ironic when the same coach coached the Lions tour, and which the game plan for that,
True.
we were crying out for something like he's doing with Wales.
He's shown
now.
he can adapt. He can show he can say this isn't working. We need to improve. We need to change to challenge in the World Cup. And I admire that a lot.
I think Wales look more confident with it. They've got Gatland back now. They've obviously got their major coach back, and they look like they're playing with. They're full of confidence. They're trying to be expansive. They're trying to play at high tempo. It's really encouraging.
That being said, they did lose to England. They did struggle against France. They lost to Ireland, which are the big boys physically, shall we say. So to me, I think they do have a problem when they come up against a really physical team that could control the game, who could take possession away from them. And it was 50-50 against France, but at home, you'd think Wales would want to control that game a little bit more. France did really well, but I think that is the area they need to improve. Some control, a little bit of increased possession. Especially physically, they were looking like they were getting a little pushed around in some of those games they lost. But their attack, absolutely fantastic. A bit more patience, take a bit more sting out of the opposition, and I think they could be in business.
And I like the centre combination is really clicking for them at the moment. I think Hadley Parks at 12 is looking like that's his shirt now.
He has seriously nailed down that 12.
He has, isn't he?
Seriously nailed it down, absolutely.
And I like the fact that there's some guys at 10 coming through behind Dan Biggar. Anscombe, I think, is probably the premier choice at the moment. Arguably, should he be starting ahead of Dan Biggar? You want that control.
That's something they're going to have to work out.
It's
that's
interesting,
isn't it? The summer for them.
But it's a good conundrum to have, I suppose, isn't it?
Fantastic. Okay. And quickly on to Scotland here as well. What an exciting game again against Italy. Brilliant to watch. Would have been awful if you're a Scotland fan in some ways.
Definitely.
But I think it just summed up how Scotland play at the moment. I mean, how would you judge them?
Patchy.
Okay.
I think they've got their 9-10 combination sorted. And I think that instead of bringing in a second 10, I do think the best option is to move Laidlaw to 10.
That's a big positive.
That is a massive positive.
We said that in the preview show. Who's their second choice 10? It looks like Laidlaw's their second choice 10.
I think he's been like the surprise package for Scotland. I mean, he's coming back from a fracture of his leg. Played one game for Clermont and has taken his 9 shirt back, the first appearance he's made. He's
an international player. He's the definition of an international. He's got control, but he's got the skills, he's got the psychology. And just to jump in at 10 and do what he's done.
I mean, I think Finn Russell has definitely grown through the tournament as well. He was definitely off colour the first game.
I mean, here's a crazy one I was just thinking. Could you see a combination of starting Price 9, Laidlaw at 10 for the first half and bringing on Finn Russell? Or is that like sacrilege?
I'm not so sure. I think you start Russell, and then if you need the control, you move Laidlaw. But it's an interesting thought.
That's what Scotland need to do, because they need to get a bit more control over their game, I think. Because the way not to play Italy away is kind of the way they did it. What you don't do to Italy, if you think you're the superior team, you don't make the game all open. You don't give the chance to make lots of mistakes. They let Italy into that match, and they played well, took advantage of it, and then it was just a real bun fight to get back in. It's almost a textbook of how tactically not to guarantee away to Italy.
That is true. I mean, they look so good going forward, Scotland, but then equally they look really shaky in defence at points. Some of the 2 tries that Thomas Allen scored,
they make mistakes.
I mean, there were huge holes opened up.
Absolutely. So
I mean, the positive for them is Hugh Jones at 13 is world class. He's almost selected himself for the next Lions tour.
Hogg looking amazing again.
Hogg looking strong, powerful. Wingers, they've got loads of options that are quick, good hands.
So I mean, Richie Gray back in, the first choice front row back in. Maybe that will get them more control. But the question for me is, will Townsend instill a bit more self-control, or will he just say, just keep on playing as you're doing? And I think he'll do the latter, because I think he thinks that is the best way Scotland can play. And maybe it is. Maybe if he tries to make them more boring, he takes away what makes them good.
But that's true. I mean, I'd like to see them with a little bit more bulk in that pack. I think they're a little bit lightweight at the moment. They could do with another couple of ball carriers for me. You just compare them to the Irish pack, the English pack, the Welsh pack. They're smaller physically.
I know Richie Gray isn't the best ball handler compared to some of the other guys, but I would still have him in there because I think they need that sort of player.
Well, they need the experience as well, don't they?
Okay. But anyway, let us know what you think. Do Scotland need to change? Do they need to become a bit more boring, or should they just keep on going as they're going?
Yeah.
Because as a neutral, it's fine by me because I watch them all day long.
Yeah, definitely. They're exciting to watch.
But can they win enough games in a row that way to win a tournament, to win a Six Nations? I'm not sure.
It comes back to the difference between them and Ireland, doesn't it? Ireland, consistent.
Yeah.
Have won a Grand Slam. Scotland, inconsistent. Smashed England in every department. And then we're really average against Ireland first game.
Yeah, not an okay against. Against Italy. So yeah, there we go. So an interesting one there. Okay, Al, I think you've got a fun little thing to finish on. I haven't done any work on this. So
I've gone for my team of the tournament. Ooh. So I've selected my 15, who I think are the team of the tournament. It'd be great for you guys to comment below with your teams. But first, I've done my player of the tournament for each country.
Is Fergus McFadden at 13?
He isn't, no.
Wow.
So I've done my team of the tournament for so my player of the tournament for each home nation. You need to let me know if you agree or disagree. Same with you guys as well. Comment and let me know.
Hit me, what have you got?
So Scotland, Hugh Jones.
Hugh Jones,
Player of the tournament for me for Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wales. Shingler.
Shingler, okay, not Hadley Parks?
No, Shingler at 6 has been the surprise package for me. Okay. Ireland, Levy.
Levy, yeah, okay,
7.
Great, cool. Coming in third choice, 7, being awesome.
He's really stepped up.
Yeah.
England, Robshaw.
Robshaw, fine.
And then France, I've gone Girardo, the hooker.
The hooker, yeah, just the commitment, I guess.
He just epitomises.
I think he has made mistakes at times, but he really epitomises their... France look like they've got an ethos back. Yeah. They look like they're a team again.
Yeah, they do. And I think it's having those guys, the big players, actually, for the first time, stepping up. Yeah. And then Italy, I've gone Minozzi.
Minozzi,
the fullback. I think he's been great. He's been superb.
He's a live wire. He just seems to encapsulate what Italy are about as well.
Which is brilliant.
And he's a player that everyone loves.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't not like this guy.
So, team of the tournament for me.
Here we go. Okay.
Props, I've gone Healy and Furlong.
So I'm looking at. So I'm cheating.
Yeah,
okay.
Cheat.
Healy and Furlong.
Healy and Furlong.
I can't really argue with that.
With Gerardo hooker.
Okay, fine.
I think he's been great.
Okay.
Second rows, James Ryan, Alan Wynne-Jones.
James Ryan, yeah, really. Youngster stepped up.
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to start your international career with a Grand Slam. And who? Alan
Wynne, he's skipper in the side for me as well.
Just legend, absolutely been so consistent.
Yeah. Rock hard, rock solid.
Yeah.
Back row of Shingler, Levy and Robshaw.
Okay, so you've gone for no specialist 8?
No, because I didn't think anybody stood out.
French 8 maybe?
But again, he's been okay. Parise's been okay.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, normally I think if you look at previous tournaments, Parise would be in there hands down without question, or Faletau, but they've been injured.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. So those 3.
Yeah.
So you've got an Englishman in there. Okay.
I have, because I think if you look at how everybody else in the England teams played, for me he's stood out by a long way.
I was saying to you in the office, I probably wouldn't even select any Englishman in the. But
he's the only one.
He's leaving him in well, Al. Well done.
He's the only one. 9 was an interesting. This took me a while to select the 9.
It's got to be Murray.
I have gone with Conor Murray, but Greg Laidlaw was my real close call.
Yeah.
Easy Sexton at 10. Stockdale.
Yeah, I think just stop there a second. I think you're right. We always brush over Sexton at 10 because he's a given, but my God, he was good.
He was. He was so good.
Hard. Every part of his game was good.
Yeah.
Every single part. I hope they leave him at home for the summer.
Yeah, me too. Stockdale 1 wing.
Yes.
And I've gone Teddy Thomas.
Teddy Thomas, even
before his disciplinary.
He only played a few games though, didn't he?
Played 3 out of 5,
okay.
I think. So, but I think he looks the real deal when he comes back in. Yeah. Okay. I think so. I've gone for 2 live wires.
Cool, no.
Centres, interesting.
Yeah.
I've gone Bastereau at 12.
Chuck him in 1, okay.
Because I think he's been superb since he's come back in. He looks fit, he looks strong.
Yeah, and they're really good against Wales again,
and I've gone Hugh Jones at 13.
Okay.
I think pretty much picks himself. And then I've gone Minozzi at fullback with, again, that's a difficult choice.
Minozzi over Carney.
And I've gone Carney was my second choice.
Over Hogg. Go chuck them up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Monotony's in a team who's struggling a bit. Yeah, absolutely. Very tough to leave out Carney and Hogg, but I can see why you've gone for him.
So let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Do you agree with my team? There was an interesting stat that when I was looking this up, that Cian Healy hadn't missed a single tackle all tournament.
No. Legend.
That is a stat.
Yeah. Well, Ireland don't make mistakes, and they control the game. Can they take it to the next level? Anyway, guys, awesome. Thank you, Al. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed not having to do any work for that.
Oh, one more. Last one. Sorry. Player of the tournament.
Player of the tournament.
Who was yours?
Okay.
Who are you going for?
Okay, so
one guy.
It's going to be from Ireland, okay?
One name.
Yes?
Yep.
It's right, from Ireland.
Okay.
So Sexton. It has to be Sexton.
I've gone Levy.
Levy, okay, fine.
Yeah, I think I've gone Levy.
Okay.
He's encapsulated everything that's been good with Ireland.
Cool.
Intensity, ethic.
Okay, so who are your who's your player of the tournament? Fantastic. And don't forget those questions, please. So just put a big Q, shortish question, something about the home nations ideally, or something just annoying to catch us out is fine.
Yeah.
Amusing, serious, whatever. And next week we'll try and answer some of those. Awesome, epic one there, Al.
That was a good one.
Until next time, we'll see you then.